scores more W's. We're not signing off just yet. Be sure to...
Now I make them sick with every fit. I want my brother clothes. Play with this, we ain't quick. That's on my brother's soul. Cross to my brother, then know you crossing me. They wishing for me, wanna me. Will left for me, and they all gon' see. I went hard for y'all to leave. Like I miss the old streets, yeah. Back when they didn't know me, yeah. I swear that it's so deep, yeah. Like I be the Kobe, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, what it do, what it do, what it do? Hey, we screaming loud, man.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. Now, here's Hart. Brunson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And one thing among many, Doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
Outside Edwards. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
So it's Minnesota now. Got a piece of it. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Inside, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Edwards, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Randall from outside. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Nice form on the 20-footer. Edwards got his second bucket of the game to go.
Doesn't matter where on the floor Anthony Edwards is. That shot mechanic's so pretty, so fluid.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
What?
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Minnesota making a switch. Minnesota with the ball. Trailing by 2. Randall left side. And Randall.
Come in this house again, y'all staying.
Throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
To the middle. It's rebounded by Brunson.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
For a three, Bridges.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Now here's Brunson. He's got 6. Here's Hart. Randall grabs the board. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Towns.
Outstanding anticipation from Cat right there. He sends that thing back to another zip code.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Edwards. .52 seconds left to play in the first.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Towns with it. Now defended by Gobert. Towns the screen. Shot clock at 6. Offline with his 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
To the paint. Back to Edwards. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Another miss by Minnesota. Hart wide open. He fires. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. A crossover. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Yes, that goes
I
in.
was so far to burn up.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Pass to Achua. Trains the three-pointer. Achua's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Who's causing these coming over his feet?
How about Anthony Edwards? The bounce. Go ahead, Ant.
Oh.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Edwards.
Right, man. You got it.
Misses in close.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Here's McBride. Here's Robinson. It's good. This game is all even.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Substitution for your Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
The Timberwolves shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Bridges with the steal. Anunoby has the open look. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Pass to Reed. 6 to shoot. Here's Edwards. He takes it in. Can't connect from short range. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. To the wing right side. Here's Payne. No good on the three. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the inside. Timberwolves passing it around. Back to Gobert. Pass to DiVincenzo. Bridges with the steal. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Well, everyone understands Mikal Bridges is a high-level defender and gets the steal, wastes no time getting it into transition.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good with the triple. The Knicks leading by 5. Towns in the corner. The 19-foot shot. And the Knicks good for 2. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Timberwolves making a change here. 1:25 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Edwards. Edwards getting the close range too.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
And here's Brunson outside. It's good from long range. Brunson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. Edwards drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. From downtown, Edwards cashing in from outside.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
A floater. It's rebounded by New York. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Jalen Brunson right now attacking without hesitation. His foot is on the gas pedal.
Timberwolves trailed by 8. 3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Brunson surveying the D. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the 3. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
And that one, good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Towns for 3. And So it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's Alexander Walker. Still yet to score. Fires from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Timberwolves trailed by 8. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat, an offensive rebound, and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Alexander Walker.
Free throw no good for Alexander Walker. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
New York leading by 4. Brunson right side. The kick out to Anunoby. On the wing, Anunoby. Here's Towns. New York missing again.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Down low. Back to Gobert. Pass to Alexander Walker. Just 5 to shoot. The Knicks pull it in. Bridges, right side. New York, no good that time either. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Brunson. The kick out to Towns. Trying to end the drought. And the dunk by Towns.
Guys, that is what you call 2 physical, hard-earned points from Karl Anthony Towns. Go ahead and embrace that contact.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Minnesota with the ball. Randall surveying the D. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Julius Randle, we know this, loves to finish despite being fouled. This guy will play through contact, no problem.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. That free throw good from Randall. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes of ball. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. On the wing, Bridges. Back to Achua. The kick out to Town. Clock at 4. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Gobert. Here's McDaniels. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Bridges outside. New York, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail. Right wing. Randall right side. Back to McDaniel. For the lead. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. Brunson outside. Pass to Hart. It's deflected. To the middle. And Towns throws it down. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Back to Conley. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Well, if you give Mike Conley any kind of position on the interior, he is just crafty enough to finish it.
Here's Brunson. That shot misses. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves ahead. They finish off the third quarter with a 13-4 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. New York trailing. Here's Payne. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. The muscle from Edwards.
How about that handle? The dribble drive by Anthony Edwards, so tough.
Poked away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Pass to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert, and that's good. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. There's Anthony Edwards. No good on the shot. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Outside, Towns. Misses the 3. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Edwards. Robinson pulls it in. And so it's Towns with it. Brings it up for New York. Here's Payne. Pass to McBride. Anunoby with it. McDaniels defending. Clock at 6. Here's McBride. New York, no good that time either. Minnesota with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Told them pedal to the metal. Adding, we're ahead out here, but it's not over yet. You start celebrating in your head when there's work to be done on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Hart has it in the corner. Bridges, no one around him. Rebound by Alexander-Walker.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Edwards drives in. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Knicks trailed by 8. Brunson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Back to Bridges. Good on the three-point shot.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
Randall outside. Back to Edwards. Outside for Randall. Pass to Edwards. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Bridges. Misses off the left iron.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Edwards. Over to the wing. Pass to Randall. Over in the corner, Edwards. Moves back up. On the rebound, goes to the Knicks.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same. And largely a no-show right here.
Here's Towns. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Left side, Edwards. Puts up a 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Hart. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Edwards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
And he hits both free throws in. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2- and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And wants their best move at this point.
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a 3-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Pass to Towns. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
GG.
For people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread and the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. Devil in the